In Trumbull County, Ohio, a routine prison escort turned violent inside the Trumbull Correctional Institution as inmate Joseph Hunter, who was already serving decades behind bars, was being moved by correctional officers. And during this interaction, Hunter felt that he was constantly being disrespected by a female officer who then pepper sprayed him, and this is when Hunter would lose his cool and all hell would break loose.
We are with the side.
Yeah.
Hey, Bama, when you go out there, man, please don't get a white shirt, bro.
The white shirt's
Man,
coming
tell them
over
it's an
here
emergency,
because
bro.
of a shakedown.
It ain't about the shakedown.
Okay,
It ain't, I don't
what's
care.
it
You can do
about?
that every day.
What's it about that?
Come on, like, ma'am, you just woke me up out my sleep for no reason.
It's a random
I
shakedown.
I haven't disrespected you. I never had a jack ticket in my life.
Okay, what does that
It
have
ain't
to
a
do
random
with me?
shakedown, dude.
It is though.
It do
The
got
cell hasn't
everything
been
to
shook
do.
down since you guys
Come on,
moved in there.
Come on, you thought a motherfucker was laughing at you earlier. You looked at me and then looked like this, like, come on, man, we all
What the fuck
see.
are you talking about? You need to step off. Go somewhere else. I don't give a fuck about that tape on the ground. You
Please
need to
stop
go
cussing at me,
somewhere
yo.
else.
Please stop cussing at me. I'm not cussing at you. Please
Hey,
stop
go ahead and
cussing
just
at
cuff
me.
up then.
Please stop cussing at me.
OSCR 15 12 West. Go ahead, cuff up. Turn around.
Now, please don't do that.
Turn around and cuff up.
Please don't do that.
Turn around and cuff up.
Cuff up from what?
Because you want to go see
Please
white
don't
shirts?
do that. I'm
They got
asking
white
you
shirts
just-
instead.
I'm just asking
Turn
you.
around.
I'm just asking you. Please don't
Turn
do that.
around
Ask me,
and
please.
cuff up. It's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Ask me.
It's the last time I'm saying it.
Please
Turn around and
don't
cuff
do
up.
Please don't.
Cuff up! Get the fuck off her! Get the fuck off her!
Two officers were injured and required medical attention, and Joseph Hunter was charged with 2 counts of felonious assault and is now facing additional prison time on top of the 32-year sentence that he was already serving for attempted murder and aggravated robbery. In New York City, the murder of a 31-year-old woman named Yasmin Williams shocked a Manhattan neighborhood as her body was found wrapped in a sleeping bag and left on a sidewalk. Investigators say that she had been shot in the head, and the death was quickly ruled a homicide. Police then identified a suspect named Chad Irish, who was a man from the same neighborhood who had been seen with her moments before she disappeared, and when officers moved in to arrest him, tensions exploded as a crowd of angry civilians surrounded and tried to attack him.
Oh my God! You gonna be Yo, killed my daughter! You killed my daughter! You killed my
Police managed to protect Irish from the angry mob, but he was later charged with second-degree murder and concealment of a corpse, and he remains incarcerated without bond to this day and has not yet been sentenced. In Camden County, Georgia, a man named Jared Hobbs was booked into the county jail and placed alone inside of a holding cell. Surveillance footage shows Hobbs standing by himself and pounding on the door when, without warning, multiple deputies suddenly rushed into the cell, and within seconds they surrounded him and began a vicious group beating that would end up getting the officers in serious legal trouble.
This Tuesday, authorities arresting 3 of the 5 Camden County Corrections officers involved in the beating of Jared Hobbs. The video has gained national attention.
Now, the 3 officers who were arrested, Braxton Massey, Mason Garrick, and Ryan Beagle, were all booked in the Camden County Jail today. Now, Massey's been with the department for 6 months, Garrett 18, and Beagle 3 years. Hobbs' attorney provided the video of the beating, calling for an internal investigation. Now, 2 other correction officers involved were not arrested, but they'll face an undisclosed disciplinary actions for their role in the beating.
In Seminole County, Florida, 2 teenage girls were arrested after police uncovered a disturbing plot to murder a fellow student at their high school. Investigators say that 15-year-old Isabel Valdez recruited 14-year-old Lois Lippert to help carry out the attack, and according to police, the plan was to lure the victim into a school bathroom, kill him, and then stage it as a part of a disturbing fantasy they had. But what shocked people even more was their carefree demeanor while in police custody in the back of the patrol vehicle.
You could be the butch.
Yes. Hey, this is my. Stay away.
Yeah.
Who, you trying to look good for your mugshot?
Oh shit, am I gonna get a mugshot?
What, we're going to jail? What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, I was gonna do my makeup this morning for the mugshot, but I couldn't find anything.
I'm glad I don't actually look too bad today.
I look horrible.
And,
It's over.
And don't worry, you don't need to, don't worry, you're the butch. It doesn't matter if you look bad. This is such a bonding experience. I love this. Dude, they put up the security cameras and stuff, and I got to see us walking out.
Saw.
Yeah. That was the first time I've ever seen this. I wanted to see so much more. I was like, whoa, look, I'm on the cameras now.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I almost laughed and I almost peed myself. It's so cold in that room.
Which, I know. Dude, they had me sitting there, and I was so... Dude, they took away my chocolate.
No!
I was able to eat, like, a part of it, like a part of the big bar.
Oh my god. Tips, there was tips shown. Did you not see it? Someone tipped.
Snitch.
The 2 teen girls accused of plotting to kill their classmate at Lake Brantley High School will remain in jail while awaiting trial.
Their demeanor was much more serious as prosecutors laid out what they say was a plot to kill a classmate at Lake Brantley High School. According to detectives, Valdez brought a knife, planned to wait in a bathroom to stab the student, and then leave flowers and smoke a cigarette after the killing. The plan was foiled by an anonymous tip. According to the state, Valdez intended to kill the boy who reportedly looked like the Sandy Hook school shooter. She told investigators it was part of a blood bond that would resurrect the shooter from the dead.
I don't think there's anything that I could do that would keep the community safe. And it's clearly a dangerous crime. All the elements, I think, have been met.
The judge saying Valdez posed too much of a danger to the community to be released. It was the same outcome for Lippert, even though the defense argued her involvement was less severe.
In Texarkana, Texas, a man named Darren Boyd was arrested for running from the police during an investigation, and after being taken to the station, he was found unconscious in the back of the patrol vehicle. And although the arresting officer would try to wake him up, her attempts would be unsuccessful and he would end up never regaining consciousness.
Quit playing. Let's go. Let's go. Darren. 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 Sarge.
Boykin was given CPR and rushed to the hospital, but he later died, and an autopsy determined that the cause of death was complications related to a sickle cell trait that was triggered by intense physical exertion during the foot chase in the extreme heat, and ultimately his manner of death was ruled natural. His family later filed a federal civil rights lawsuit, arguing that the officers failed to properly respond to his medical complaints while he was in custody, resulting in the family receiving an undisclosed settlement.